Hello, it's day 14 of my VLCD, and I came in at 306. That's 2 pounds less than yesterday, so I guess I'm back on track. I What did I do? Yesterday I had shrimp for lunch and chicken for dinner. Maybe it was the veal. I don't know. But on other veal days I lost weight, so it could be just what we were all speaking about. Um, I did manage to drink more water last night. I was on the phone with someone and I had to keep excusing myself to run to the bathroom. Um, Probably still didn't drink as much as I should have, but I tried to get more down. Even today, so far, I've only had a cup of water to take some medicine, blood pressure medicine, and my decaf espresso. Mm. I like that so much better than regular coffee if I can't put dairy in it. I just put stevia in it. Um, so that might be really it. I don't know. The physical hunger hasn't really been an issue at all. I took my son to his second wrestling practice last night, and I'm standing there, and after barely really eating all day, you don't eat much on this thing. I was okay. I was fine. Now, yesterday, the only thing I did differently, which I'm not going to put any significance on, I just, reporting it, is usually I have my fruit right after my meal. That's usually the way I like it. But yesterday, I had the meal, and I just decided to wait a little bit for no particular reason, and then I had an apple, and I have one of those little coring things, those little manual, cores the apple and splits it, sections it, and I just throw it on a little plate, and I like to sprinkle fresh cinnamon on it. I love cinnamon with apple. Um, and Last night I didn't do the strawberries either. I had an apple again with the cinnamon on it. Um, at some point after my dinner last night, I made the quick chicken curry. And I'm telling you, it is so easy to make that quick chicken curry if you like this stuff. You get a curry powder. It doesn't have to be hot and spicy for people who don't like that. I like it hot and spicy. I sprinkle cayenne pepper in it. Sometimes I cut up a habanero pepper, which is really hot. I don't do that all the time though, because with the habanero pepper, yeah, it's great going down, but you suffer when it's on the way out. Put it that way, not to be too graphic, but if you overdo it, you better have some time allotted to deal with that later. Um, so anyway, last night I threw some cayenne. I have these big shakers of cayenne powder. Luckily they sell at ShopRite for like $3, and you know you got all the hot you need right there, just depending on how much you put on stuff. Um, so really, all I do is you take like a little pot, because you're not making a lot, right? It's not like making a big, and I cut up the chicken into those, small pieces. I throw that in. I take about 4 or 5 little cherry tomatoes and kind of, you could cut them or squeeze them in. Squeezing, sometimes they pop and get all over. Uh, Either some fresh onion or minced onion. Uh, you get a curry powder mix. You might have to go online depending on where you live. I'm lucky I have some Asian markets and Indian markets. I live in the Mid-Atlantic Northeast area, and we have a very high immigrant population. So you can get almost anything you want around here. Anything. This is the real melting pot. One of the parts of the country. It's real, diverse. So anyway, I go to an Indian market and I get my spices and stuff there. But you could get anything online, and but you could get. I think even some of these Whole Foods type places might sell organic curry powders and things. You could get this stuff anywhere. But you want a curry mix because that's got the right spice mix. And I add extra hot pepper. You can get mild curry mixes and just totally eliminate the heat just to get the flavor of the curry mix. So you don't have to have hot. So you put some of that in, and maybe a little salt if you want. I did it without salt last night. It was a little less salty, but it was good. Um, I throw extra turmeric in there, which is that thing that gives the curry powder the pungent taste and the yellowish look. Um, I like extra turmeric. Turmeric is actually an anti-inflammatory and it's an amazing antioxidant. It's very healthy for you. So a little extra of that, but you don't want to go too much because then it gets like a bitter flavor if you put too much. It becomes overpowering. I have a high tolerance for that. I mean, there's an Indian takeout place around here, and sometimes, before this, I would go in and get them to make me a to-go chicken curry with the stuff that comes with it. And I was telling them how I like hot stuff, and the lady, she'd be all smiles and giving me these little green hot peppers to have, and those things, ooh, they're little firecrackers. You eat them, and it's like one of these. It comes on you, and then it just builds and builds and builds. Some hot peppers, you bite into them, it's like biting into glass. Like the heat's immediate. They're all different. Anyway, so anyway, you put some water in there too, in the pot. You want. I make it a little watery right now because it kind of equates to having a little more. It fills you up more, but curry's more like a sauce, like a thicker consistency, the proper way versus watery. But you can really do it any way you want. All curry is, to my eyes, is a stew, a spicy stew. So anyway, you once you have enough, you need to have enough liquid in there because curry before you if you're not doing it this way and you can use oil, you might put some butter or some vegetable oil in there to kind of lightly fry some of that stuff up before you put the spices and add some more, a little water. But you can't use the oil and the butter in this case, so you have to improvise, and it actually comes out pretty nice. I put the water in right away. I bring it up to heat till it's simmering, boiling a little bit, then turn the heat down, have a cover on it, and you want to make sure the chicken cooks and everything. And literally within 10 to 15 minutes, it's done. You know, that chicken when it's cut up cooks quickly. I mean, it's only 100 grams. If you want to really simmer it low and let it sit a half hour with the cover on, so that the flavors really get into the chicken, you can do that. Depends how hungry you are, how fast you want it, or if you're in a hurry. So anyway, yeah, it was a nice little, and I had one of those little breadsticks with it. I don't have them every day, but you kind of want a bready thing when you're eating curry, so that's the best I can do on this. The Indian naan bread is the best. It's like a flat bread, but that's off limits right now. So anyway, try it. It's nice. If you like hot stuff, it's even better. You just put hot pepper in it. So and it's the added benefit. My soon-to-be ex-wife doesn't like the smell of curry. She hates it. It makes her sick. Not really sick, but she doesn't like it. And she was here. She's like, "Oh, you're making curry?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can't have the lamb like you guys are having, so yeah, I'm making what I want." Deal with it. So a little evil coming out here. So it's the Sicilian in me. I can't help it. We like revenge, So anyway, that's probably about it. So I'm down 2 pounds today. I'm not rubbing it in. Anybody who may have cursed me last time, I'm not rubbing it in. I'm just saying 2 pounds. I'm lucky. I appreciate it. And I feel for people who, I have a lot of weight to lose. You have to understand. I mean, I was starting at a place where I have to lose a good 100 to 120 pounds. That's a lot of weight, and it needs to come off quick in the beginning. I can handle if it slows down later on. But and it's going to be a good transformation for me because, I mean, I look so much better when I'm thin. I have pictures of myself when I was younger, and it's like night and day. It's like that for a lot of people. I understand that, but I am so psyched about how I'm going to look. Because I'm just psyched. I can't wait till all this stuff, it's because I have like an angular jaw when I'm not like this. I'm really looking forward to that. I want to get into better shape than I was in my 20s. Like I said, once the weight comes off and I'm not on phase 2, then I'm going to start a certain exercise program. I may buy these things called kettlebells. They're almost to 10 minutes. It's like a weight with handle on it. So you could YouTube kettlebell. Men and women can do it. You just get different weights, and it's just like a thing you do with it, and it builds your whole body. Your whole body. It gets you in shape. It works every muscle of your body. So anyway, I'm going to stop this now because I think technically you have until 10:59, even though there's a 10-minute limit to stop the video. So I'll stop blabbing now and hope that this uploads in one piece. See you later. Bye.